ayé control tó níyẹn wọ́n máa ń sọ pé artist because you are the marketer in fact ẹ̀ tó sọ fún mi rí àwọn kan tó sọ fún mi lára àwọn èèyàn yẹn pé ṣé orí tẹ wá ń kọ ló wá dùn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ni àwa làwọn bá ṣe ń ta togun ní.
Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ ìkànnì Àgbàlẹ̀tù tẹlifíṣọ̀n ṣe dáadáa lẹ́wà ẹ ṣé tí ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ wá ní èní mo ní ọmọ ọba Goke Bajowa ẹni ńlá ni mo gbélé nìyí o àwọn sọ pé àwọn ò tí ì dàgbà pínpínlẹ̀ tí mi máa ń gbé àwọn àgbàlagbà àwọn arúgbó ẹ wo orun orí sí nǹkan bóyá funfun náà but mo sọ fẹ́ gbé trumpet ló jẹ́ kí irun yẹn funfun.
pákéjì ni irun funfun yẹn kì í ṣe.
ẹ̀bùn natural náà.
so natural ni but kò túmọ̀ sí ara ọmọ 25 tó irun funfun lórí náà àwọn kéékèèké tí ó ti ju 32 33 lọ irun funfun sí wa lórí.
ìgbà wo ni tí yín ti ń funfun.
eléyìí tí ó ti ń fún báyà ti tó it's more than 12 years or 13 tí mo ti notice ẹ̀.
ẹ̀ tí 15 báyìí.
nígbà even gan báyìí ṣe mo ti 50 ni mi ti 50 báyìí.
ẹ̀ tí 50 báyìí.
mo ṣe ń wo 50 lọ kù díẹ̀ báyìí mi ti pé 50.
so mi pe 30s lẹ́wà.
ọmọdé ni mi irọ́.
no 30s lẹ́wà tó ti funfun.
tó ti funfun bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
kò dẹ̀ kí n feel back on.
well mo try láti gé but the problem is tí n bá gé ń sìn bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí kó tó dára ọ̀la ó ti wù.
wow.
So ìgbà tó yá mo kàn fílẹ̀ níjà rẹ̀.
Now nínú gbogbo instrument tí ó wà pátápátá instrument tó máa ń dẹ́rù bà mí jù òun lè lè tẹ́ bá gbé fún mi bẹ́ẹ̀ kí n blow ẹ̀ báyìí.
ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn yẹn máa ń sá fún.
ẹ̀kọ́ máa gbọ́.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
tí èèyàn ò bá jẹun kò lè play ẹ̀ ó ṣe wá jẹ́ kó lè yíyan láàyò.
jẹ́rí instrument yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀yin nìkan lè ń bẹ̀rù ẹ̀ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn yẹn máa ń sá fún. In fact ó dàbí pé ó fẹ́ wà lára instrument tó le jù tí ìbá ṣe òun gan ló ti ẹ̀ le jù.
ló le jù.
nǹkan tó sún mi dé díẹ̀ gan nìyẹn torí mo ti gbọ́ information nípa ẹ̀.
ipò le.
pé ó le so èmi dẹ̀ jẹ́ nǹkan tó yẹ pé àwọn nǹkan tó bá le yẹn mo máa ń ṣàfẹ́ pé ok kí ló wà níbi kíní tó fi le báyìí màá fẹ́ wádìí ẹ̀ màá fẹ́ mọ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan kí ló ní táwọn èèyàn fi ń sá fún nǹkan tó sún mi dé díẹ̀ number 1 nìyẹn. Then number 2 nǹkan tó sún mi dé díẹ̀ òun ni pé mo ṣe research lórí the kind of music tí mo like which is high life tí mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ máa play mo dẹ̀ rí pé instrument yìí kò fẹ́ sí high life music náà tí o kì í ní instrument yìí ó lè má ní other types of horns ó lè má ní saxophone ó lè má ní
trumpet
wà ní trumpet most times in fact a lot of times ó ló máa ń jẹ́ lead instrument so that is the second thing tó sún mi so ìgbà tó Ọlọ́run bá máa wá ṣe Ọlọ́run tó wá gbé mi pàdé ẹnìkan in a let's say miraculous way ẹni yẹn kàn wà ní from area Abẹ́òkúta ló ti wá ń gbà yẹn ó kàn wá wọ́n kàn gbé wá sí church wa gba ìmọ̀ boys brigade so akéré gan gbà yẹn bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn wá ó dẹ̀ mọ trumpet play ó mọ other instruments náà so ó kàn pick interest nínú mi ni pé òun fẹ́ máa kọ́ mi trumpet èmi àti àwọn bíi méjì mẹ́ta kan ó dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú wa so ó dẹ̀ wá serious gan ìgbà tó dé level kan mo fẹ́ máa sá torí pé mo rí pé ó le díẹ̀ mo ń wò pé but ó actually ní ìsá anyway but mo ń show mo ti ń wà skeptical ó wá rí pé so ó wá mú ó fi ọwọ́ líle mú mi gan so ó kọ́ mi ní the basics láti gbà yẹn so that was the third reason tí mo ṣe play ẹ̀ ìgbà ìbọn kálẹ̀ nìyẹn ò wà mo lè máa imagine ẹ̀ tí ìbára ẹni tó fẹ́ kọ́ mi pé mo lè give up so mo rí bí ìgbà tó yẹ pé Ọlọ́run dídí arrange ẹni yẹn wá.
ṣe ẹ ti play instrument kan tẹ́lẹ̀ before kẹ́tọ́ pick trumpet.
mo ń play keyboard díẹ̀díẹ̀ nígbà yẹn àti guitar díẹ̀díẹ̀.
ṣe ẹ ṣe ń play méjèèjì ẹ ṣe lè play méjèèjì.
mi play guitar mo ń play keyboard but I don't play guitar again.
but eléyìí wá rọ̀ yín lọ́rùn gan.
eléyìí gan gbàgbà tí mo ti wá focus lórí eléyìí mo dẹ̀ ti rí pé tí n bá fẹ́ máa kọrin tí mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ máa play high life I don't really need to know to be playing other instruments while I'm singing. eléyìí léyàn lè play kó kọrin díẹ̀ kó play díẹ̀ kó kọrin kó play díẹ̀ ó ní identity ó ní culture high life so mi focus lórí àwọn other ones yẹn mọ́ so mo wá jókòó ti eléyìí so eléyìí gangan wà ní ó rọ̀ mí lọ́rùn jù this is my major instrument.
mi ò réyàn tó sanra tó máa ń play kìíní ẹ̀yin tẹ́ máa sábà play ẹ̀ náà bíi.
àwọn wà
wọ́n wà
wọ́n wà dáadáa kò ní ṣe pẹ̀lú stature in fact àwọn tó sanra tó ń play ẹ̀ tẹ́ bá wo especially láàrin àwọn American jazz trumpeters there are a good number of them tó dẹ̀ pé wọ́n sanra ẹni tó ju tó tóbi ju ti yín lọ ẹ̀yin gan tí kò ẹ̀ tó mẹ́ta tí yín báyìí wà.
ikùn tèmi ò tó dùn. Okay, so ṣé lóòótọ́ ni pé téèyàn bá fẹ́ play o gbọ́dọ̀ jẹun èèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ máa gbààwẹ̀ kó máa play.
èèyàn lè gbààwẹ̀ kó play technique ni more of technique and less of well strength náà wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ara àwọn instrument to demand strength jù náà ní trumpet anyway. Okay. But lórí pé èèyàn fẹ́ ẹni tó bá ṣe nǹkan tí ò tí ì ní technique ó lè máa lè blow ẹ̀ láì tí ì jẹun òyì lè kọ ìfàmù tí ó rẹ̀ tó play ẹ̀rí tó yí kọ tó dákú tó yẹ pé wọ́n rọ́ mi lé lórí ni torí ó ń gbàwẹ̀ ńgbà yẹn kò jẹun ó dẹ̀ play trumpet àti máa fi play ẹ̀ fún bíi 3-4 minutes as a learner torí pé ó ń rely on strength alone as at that time ó kàn ràn jù ló ràn gbòmózù meanwhile ká ló ní technique ni àmọ́ bó ṣe lè strike balance between strength and technique.
Kò ní fi síbí kan.
Kò ní fi síbí kan. So a lè sustain ara rẹ̀ even without eating. So technique is also part of it. So irú èmi ń sin báyìí or anybody tó bá ti jẹ́ tó ti mọ technique yẹn you don't have to have eaten before kó tó play it you play it.
So I simply play trumpet by how many years?
I started learning the trumpet that was 1989. So ìgbà yẹn mo wà ní primary 6. 1888 I was in primary 6 then ìgbà yẹn mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí kọ́ so ìgbà yẹn sísìn náà will be like that's almost 40 years abi 36 years 36 is that 86 no
88
yes 1988
88 sísìn
à
ń sọ̀rọ̀ 36 years
36 years yeah 36
ẹ blow kí n gbọ́ yín. But nígbà tẹ́ lánàá yẹn ẹ máa fi kíní da àdúgbò láàmú.
In fact wọ́n mọ̀ mí ládùúgbò wa in fact àti dé stage kan àwọn ìyá kan wá àwọn bá mọ̀mísí mi lè pé ẹ bá wa bẹ ọmọ yìí ó ti fẹ́ fariwo àtọ̀sún àtòru.
torí kò ṣe yọ play.
Well
kò ní volume.
At the early stages kò kí n ṣe yọ play but tí wọ́n bá ti mọ̀ dé level kan tí wọ́n bá ti mọ̀ technique mounting you can play it and not make noise. Then kíní kan wà tá a máa ń pè ní mute a máa gbé síwájú ẹ̀ tá a bá ti fi kíní ẹ̀ sí ẹnu ẹ̀ a máa reduce ó dàbí silencer ni bí silencer mọ́tò àbí silencer ìbọn tó yẹ pé èèyàn á yìn ariwo yẹn máa wà minimal ó sì máa dún but kò ní wà unpleasant kò ní wà too loud sáwọn tí ó bá wà tolerant. So
alright, so Prince Goke Bajowa ọmọọba ìlú wo nìyí.
wọ́n pè ìlú yẹn ní Igbótako from Ìkálẹ̀. That's Ikale land in Ondo State. Area Ìlàjẹ waterside yẹn not far from that place. Ikale is a large like a local government, something like that. So Okitupa side. Yeah, that's the place. In fact, Okitupa is part of Ikale. So Oba, the present Oba of that Igbótako. He's my uncle because grandfather wa ni the last Ọba kó tó kàn bàbá yẹn. So I'm a direct descendant of the what is the word now Ọba tó jẹ before the previous one before this one. So that same Bajowa family don't rule níbẹ̀ yẹn is only one. It's only one. So that same family is where
bàbá tó jẹ ọba ń sìn ní sójà àbí.
No, nǹkan ní sójà. Sójà ọ̀tọ̀ tún sójà major general. Ọ̀tọ̀ tún nìyẹn. Ìyẹn tún jẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n.
Sí ẹni tó jẹ ọba yìí.
Sí ẹni tó jẹ ọba. Ọba yẹn wá jẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n sí dádì tèmi.
So ẹ̀yin náà lè kí ẹ̀mí ọba gùn ẹ̀yin náà lè jẹ ọba.
If I want to I can if well only way máa ń tò. So tó bá jẹ́ pé bọ́n ṣe ń tò tó bá tọ́ sí mi tí n bá dẹ̀ choose láti ṣe. But me or more interested in such things anyway. But in bad choose láti ṣe, of course.
Let us see.
Yeah, no, it's the same. That's the same blood. It's the same line.
But Ìbàdàn ni wọ́n bí yín sí.
Yeah, Ìbàdàn.
All right.
Ìbàdàn.
Iṣẹ́ wo ni bàbá yín ṣe?
My father is old now. He's not working again. He's about 84 now. So, but he used to be a printer.
Okay.
A printer. One man she graphics, one man she printing, one printing handbills, printing poster. In fact, one ní the Bible say Mokola yẹn printing press Olúwalégbé.
Okay.
So àwọn fẹ́ ni first person to bẹ̀rẹ̀ printing. Àwọn tó ń lo àwọn machine ńláńlá for printing níbàdàn yìí. I think it was about the first set, one of them, if not the very first. So, so he was actually a printer doing publishing, you know, all sorts of things. So that was, he wasn't a musician, you know, though he could sing at least one try. Okay, I didn't try on the idea, but one more pursue it as a career, you know. So that was what he did. My mom was a trader. She had shops, provision stores, selling all kinds of things, you know, buying things, reselling, and then that was what she was doing. She wasn't a musician too. In fact, mom's here was when they call her, I would hear more, you know, obviously she better, but yeah. So me go man wonder we kini mi ò kàn ṣá mọ̀ ṣá mi ò ẹnìkan tó kọrin family mi rí. I think I had two people, but one she direct cousins, distant cousins. They won't go by any cross the Juba.
Cross the Juba, yeah.
Yeah, it was my uncle.
Okay.
Yeah, not a direct uncle, but I related.
Okay.
You know, if our family want Juba, the country name Juba family. I don't know.
Our Juba family in Juba, yeah, Bajowa, not Juba.
Yeah, okay. Juba. I think about 3 families.
Okay.
Yeah, Juba too is one of them. Juba ti J before Koto kon. Bajowa. So the period Bajowa bá ti lọ, another one máa wà, then go to my law.
Around, okay.
Then so period then could last for 100 years, 150 years.
Okay.
But something like that. So Juba was
Prince cross the Juba.
Yeah. So Juba was a prince too. In fact, music me at cross the Juba was similar.
Okay.
Juba was, if I can't suffer me, Baba can't suffer Popsi me. Only spirit Juba ló wà nínú bọ̀bọ̀ yìí. Ó máa ń pè mí because the Juba gan. Bó ṣe ń play trumpet, bó ṣe ń compose orin yẹn, many things, similarities yẹn pọ̀.
Ẹ̀dẹ̀ ti gbọ́ music across the Juba dáadáa.
Ìgbà tẹ́mi gan gbọ́, ọjọ́ tí mo kọ́kọ́ gbọ́, mo wò pé ó yà mí lẹ́nu pé bó ni máa yìí ti wá, mo ti máa ń gbọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀, but mi gbọ́ comprehensively. Ọ̀tọ̀ ni kéèyàn kàn mọ orúkọ yẹn, kéèyàn dẹ̀ máa gbọ́ yẹn faintly, kéèyàn máa pé kì í dà ìgbìjọ. Bọ́dọ̀ tí mo farabalẹ̀ jókòó ti composition ẹ̀ tí mo score ẹ̀, mo wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní critically ṣe research lórí ẹ̀. Mo wá rí bó ṣe ń ronú, mo rí bó ṣe ń ṣe àwọn, bó ṣe ń gbé àwọn melody lines ẹ̀ kalẹ̀. Mo rí pé this guy actually thinks like me. A lot of similarities. So mo wá rántí ọ̀rọ̀ tí bàbá yẹn sọ pé spirit kò lè jùbà ló wà. Mo ní ṣé òótọ́ ni pé mo ti kú mo tún padà wá ní what exactly?
70 year when cross Juba was it 76?
Juba died around the 78.
78, okay.
Yeah, I think 78 or so. You know, no. He died 80.
No, kò wọ 80 o.
He died 79 or 80.
Kò wọ 79 because Orlando was share record kan ní First Act 77.
Okay.
Tí wọ́n fi kọrin pé Juba ẹni tó bá àwọn tó pa Juba. So that was First Act. So I think
that was 77.
He died 76.
In fact, mo rántí pé no, I think it was 77.
Okay.
Because bàbá tí mo ń sọ yẹn, ó ń sọ fún Popsi mi pé ṣé wọ́n rántí pé year àti cross the Juba kú. Year of bí mi gan ni, I think it was 77. 77, okay. Yeah.
All right.
So I was born 77. He was saying, bọ̀bọ̀ yìí ṣe tó ló gbọ́ music nígbà yẹn. Ó gbọ́ ìgbà tí mo ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ music nígbà tí mo ṣe ń ṣe cassette nígbà yẹn. Mo ṣe àwọn recording kan years back ní 1997, 98 thereabout. So ó wá gbọ́ ó kàn wá sílé wa ní time yẹn wọ́n wá ṣe one meeting, àwọn meeting factor machine. So he had, you know, the cassette when somebody was playing láwọn transistor àbí kí wọ́n pa àwọn radio tó máa ní bí torchlight yẹn. You know, so wọ́n á sọ pé ṣé cross the Juba ni ó ń béèrè. Popsi wa sọ pé no pé ọmọ àwọn ló kọrin yẹn. Bó ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ story yẹn nìyẹn. So ibẹ̀ mo ti gbọ́ tí mo ti mọ̀ pé yíyà yẹn ni
Juba crew.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So kí ló inspire yín láti jẹ́ musician?
Actually.
Then from around what age?
From childhood, I've always loved music, and it is inborn. because èmi gan mi lè explain bí mo ṣe understand àwọn
because
kìnìyẹn.
baba will play music mama will play.
Nobody played it in my nuclear family, immediate family. So nǹkan tí mo kàn wọ́n ni pé àwọn family mi, all my siblings, wọ́n ní inclination towards music. Wọ́n mọ music gbọ́ gan, wọ́n máa ń lè access music gan, wọ́n máa ń lè sọ pé torí bá wà, wọ́n máa lè sọ pé okay this one is, wọ́n lè analyse, and then I have that too. In fact I have that, I have it to the extreme. So láti kékeré bóyá bí as little as age 3-4 tí n bá ti gbọ́ music, mo máa jókòó, máa rí gbogbo fault tó bá ti wà ń bẹ̀, máa sọ pé music yẹ kó rí báyìí, ká ní wọ́n lè kọ́ báyìí ní ìbàdí ìdá báyìí, ká ní báyìí. So màá wá try pé okay, màá wá kọ́ in my own way tí mo feel pé ó yẹ kó sound a lot better. So that was how I started. So in fact nígbà yẹn tó máa ń play music lórí television, tí iná bá ti lọ, mi understand pé iná ń lọ, pé bóyá nepa mú iná lọ, tí iná bá ti lọ, iná dẹ̀ dáńgbà yẹn anyway, iná kì í sábà lọ. So ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan tó bá ti lọ báyìí, ẹkún ni mo máa ké títí tó máa lọ fi tọ generator, because I wanted that thing. Pé in fact tí wọ́n bá tan náà yẹn, tí station yẹn bá ti gbé lọ, ìgbà yẹn TSOS ni BCOS ń jẹ́ ńgbà yẹn, àbí ìgbà kan wọ́n tún change sí new era, ìgbà kan wọ́n jẹ́ new era, ìgbà kan TSOS, gbogbo period yẹn ni mo ń sọ yẹn. That was by 1981, 1980, gbogbo period yẹn. Màmá sunkún pé ẹ bá mi tó bá ti tán gen báyìí, àbí tí wọ́n bá dé tí wọ́n ti gbé program yẹn lọ, màmá sunkún ni pé ẹ lọ bá mi gbé program yẹn wá. Ìgbà yẹn ni Kombaga àti àwọn sweet mother yẹn, àti àwọn kí náà ń pè boy, lots of music like that ṣá, àwọn Christian nígbà yẹn gbogbo ẹ̀ tí bá ti ń wò gbà yẹn, màá insist pé they have to bring it back. Me understand pé àwọn kan ló ń control ẹ̀, so that love for music, and then knowing how to listen to music and be able to bring out the faults there, and able to suggest ways that it could be better, was part of me láti kékeré. So I grew up with it. So nígbà tó dé stage tí mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ronú pé okay, music, bí tí mo mọ music dé yìí, I could end up making it a career. Mi ò tí decide finally, but mo ti decide pé no matter what, I will develop it, I will build it up. While I was going to school, I was building my music, because mo believe pé èèyàn bá ní nǹkan méjì, plan A and plan B, tí kan bá lọ, ìkan á lọ. So I wanted to make sure that I had my music on one hand, and then my schooling, whatever I was doing in school, would be there, so that the likelihood of running out of options will be very, very low when you have two things. And as God would have it, when the time came to decide, I decided to make music my plan A. And then that is what I've been practicing since that time up till now.
Course or relation school?
I did mechanical engineering.
Wow.
Yeah.
Any school?
Ibadan. HND, ND, HND. I did my IT, 1 year IT at the maintenance department, University of Ibadan. So when I finished that, I went back for my HND. I did HND mechanical engineering, and I finished there from Ibadan. That was 2001. Nimo Pari.
She practice, right?
The only time Timo practice was we practiced because it was just a short time. I did 2 months in Chevron, and then àwọn issues kan ṣẹlẹ̀ tó technical díẹ̀.
Bí àwọn issues o.
Bí from the state secretariat, so àti àwọn relocations kan tí wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe, so mo decide láti má lọ síbẹ̀. Wọ́n ní errors wà nínú nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe, so wọ́n fẹ́ reassign wa fáwọn iṣẹ́ kan ibi tó fẹ́ gbé wa lọ yẹn. Gbogbo time gba yẹn wọ́n rí ń boil gan, wọ́n rí àwọn ìjọ ìṣekiri. It was terrible ní time yẹn. So area tó fẹ́ gbé wa lọ nígbà yẹn, àwọn riverine areas yẹn ni the remote areas ni. So because of those things, so mo ní láti I needed to opt out. So mi serve bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́. So torí pé wọ́n ṣe posting yẹn but mi lọ. So wá di issue pé wọ́n post mi.
Lọ.
You know. So ìgbà tí mo fẹ́ try láti padà láti tún continue one way or the other. So mo kúrò ńbẹ̀. So mo lọ sí school. Mo lọ sí another school, a secondary school. So I was teaching àwọn tó fẹ́ ṣe exam gbà yẹn SS3 àti some of àti SS2 classes nígbà mi náà. Mo kọ́ wọn ní physics and maths. So ìyẹn ni mo ṣe títí mo fi kúrò níbẹ̀. And then there was this company too tó jẹ́ pé I wanted anyway. It's not even important anyway. Was some of the things tí mo ṣe nígbà tí mo serve. Okay.
So after service.
So after service. Was when I started my music.
Full time.
Yeah.
Èmi máa ń fi òpin bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe music ní bí apoli àbí nǹkan.
No.
But àwọn èèyàn máa ń rò bẹ́ẹ̀.
Àwọn èèyàn máa ń rò bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ò ṣe music. What I just did was wọ́n máa ń gbé kíní kan ní informal education.
Okay.
So I educated myself in music informally.
Okay.
Chemo.
So I learned the theory of music.
Yeah. By reading books myself.
Okay.
And then most importantly, nǹkan tó tún important ju theory lọ ni because theory in music is just ó níbi tó wúlò dé.
Okay.
If I gbọ́dọ̀ understand practicals the level kan kí àwọn theory yẹn tó máa ní meaning. So I did the theory of music. I studied myself, looked for books I read. I began to look at people's jobs, people's works, and then trained myself along the pattern tí mo fẹ́ follow. So we sọ pé informally. So I didn't pass through the four walls of a classroom, in the context of music, but somehow, some way I developed myself. And ìgbà tí mo dẹ̀ fi develop mo rí pé àwọn ọmọ tó ń kọ́ music ní school tí wọ́n ń ṣe music tán lọ pé course tán ṣe nìyẹn. Àwọn lecturers wọn máa ń refer wọn wá sọ́dọ̀ mi. Wọ́n á fi iṣẹ́ mi, my works, the songs that I've produced, wọ́n á fi ṣe final year project fún wọn. Pé òní kán lọ study orin yẹn. Gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n ń kọ́ wọn nínú school wọn. Wọ́n á máa ṣàpèjúwe fún ó wà nínú orin yẹn. Phrase by, sentence by, line by, lọ gbọ́ movement by.
Gbogbo kìíní ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn wá ló wà ní music.
So gbàtẹ́mi dẹ̀ study ẹ̀ yẹn, èmi kàn study ẹ̀ pé mo fẹ́ mọ̀ sí ni. So later mo find out pé okay, nǹkan tó ti ẹ̀ kọ́ wọn school gan at the end of the day closely related to what I had studied on my own. So mo sọ pé mi understand bí Ọlọ́run ṣe bí mo ṣe kíní ẹ̀ ṣe yé mi, so it's inborn, it's just natural. So even Baba Ayodele gan, Baba of blessed memory ní Poli Ìbàdàn, Baba Ayodele ti about 2 or 3 students wọ́n refer sí mi fún project wọn pé kọ́ wá study iṣẹ́ mi. One professor from OAU too referred about 1 or 2 of the students. Then àwọn ọmọ theatre arts and cultural kìíní kan ní UI náà some years back wọ́n ti wá tó pé iṣẹ́ mi náà wá study tán fi ṣe project fún as recommended by their lecturers.
Now, kí ni first ever recording yín?
My first ever recording was you mean the song now?
Song, yeah.
I think that was.
Mo sọ̀rọ̀ gáfárà lọ́wọ́ yìí tí ẹ̀ ń wo ètò yìí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Mo ní nǹkan kan tí mo sáré gbé wá. Iléeṣẹ́ Àgbàlẹ̀tù Limited, Délé Adéyanjú Àgbàlẹ̀tù Limited, a ti wà ní partnership ìbáṣepọ̀ pẹ̀lú iléeṣẹ́ Blue Springs Properties tí wọ́n ní Peace Estate tó ń tà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ní Ìdó. Lọ́dọ̀ mi bí mo ní ọ̀gbẹ́ni Eniola Abiodun tí wọ́n máa bá a sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Peace Estate. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Abiodun, ẹ já sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Peace Estate tẹ́ ń tà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí.
Peace Estate jẹ́ flagship product iléeṣẹ́ Blue Springs Homes and Properties Limited pẹ̀lú ìfarabalẹ̀ àti ìwádìí tó jinlẹ̀ dáadáa la fi lọ mú àyè tó wà yìí. Torí ẹ tó bá mọ̀ nípa real estate á mọ̀ pé location is the paramount thing tẹ́ ẹ̀ máa ń wò kí ẹ̀ tó sọ pé èèyàn fẹ́ ra ilẹ̀ àbí èèyàn fẹ́ invest sórí ilẹ̀. So location tá a wà ní Ìdó yìí ó jẹ́ ojú títì tó yẹ kí kò sí pé àtẹ́bádébẹ̀ yẹn ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa wọnú ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa lọ tó wá lọ pé Ìdó bí Ìdó ṣe tóbi tó kò nídìí àṣẹ ìfọwọ́júwe kó tó máa fi pé ibi tí peace estate wà.
Ìdó tá à ń sọ Ìdó ní Ìbàdàn àbí?
nílùú Ìbàdàn. Ìdó torí ẹgbẹ́ Ìdó ní local government Ìdó local government Ìdó dẹ̀ ní agbègbè ibi tí agbègbè Ìdó wà tí olúùlú local government secretariat tó wà. In fact location peace estate sí local government secretariat is about 3-4 minutes láti wa mọ́tò débẹ̀ tẹ́yìn ò bá kánjú ara tẹ́yìn kan wà lálàáfẹ́. Then ìwé tá a ní lórí ilẹ̀ yẹn ni registered survey eléyìí tó múnádóko yẹ kí tẹ́ bá mú dé anywhere wọ́n á sọ fún yín pé ìwé yìí ò wọ̀ ná. Then tẹ́ bá ralẹ̀ a plot goes for 2.5 million naira all inclusive. Ẹ máa gba registered survey, ẹ máa gba deed, a dẹ̀ máa ṣe corner piece fún yín. Land measurement wa báyìí it's 500 square meter full plot. A máa ṣe corner piece lórúkọ yín, registered survey yẹn náà lórúkọ yín láì ní kálọ kábọ̀ ń bẹ̀. Gbàtẹ́ bá dẹ̀ ṣe tán fún physical location a máa mú yín lọ, a dẹ̀ máa fi lẹ̀ yín hàn yín tí kò dẹ̀ sí ìyọnu kankan tàbí wàhálà kan bẹ̀.
Now ṣé kò sí iṣu ọmọ onílẹ̀?
Tó máa ń gbé ta lọ́mọ onílẹ̀, àwa èèyàn náà lọ́mọ onílẹ̀ because ilẹ̀ ò jábọ́ látọ̀run, orí inú ọwọ́ èèyàn náà láti máa ń ralẹ̀. But as far as Blue Springs Homes and Properties Limited is concerned, as far as peace estate is concerned, àwa ò ní ìṣòro kankan. Ilẹ̀ wa ó múnádóko, ìwé tó wà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ ó wọná, ìwé tó jẹ́ pé a lè mú yan gan ni. Then lára àwọn ìgbìmọ̀ aláṣẹ àtolùdarí iléeṣẹ́ yìí a ní àwọn agbẹjọ́rò tẹ́ pé wọ́n ní fọ̀nlé kan náà nílùú ibi tá a wà yìí tẹ́ pé kò tiẹ̀ sí nǹkan kan tó lè máa jẹ́ ìdíwọ́ àbí ìfòyà àbí ìbẹ̀rù fáwọn tó ń bá wa rajà àtàwọn tá à ń tajà gangan fúnra, so ọkàn wa balẹ̀ lórí nǹkan tá a gbé dání.
Now tí a bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àǹralẹ̀ ilẹ̀ peace estate síbi tó wà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ń sìn, ṣé rírà dé ìran tó ń bọ̀ ni àbí rírà fún kíkọ́ nìsín?
Ilẹ̀ peace estate nǹkan téèyàn lè rà téèyàn lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ lórí ẹ̀ bí mo ṣe ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ nílégbé téèyàn lè gbé bẹ́ẹ̀. Kódà another selling point tó wà fún agbègbè Ìdó yẹn nípa ẹni tó bá mọ Ìdó dáadáa, line iná tó máa ń pè ní 33 kVA ló gba agbègbè kọjá. Iná náà dẹ̀ ní peace estate ti máa mú láti máa fún àwọn èèyàn wa ní at least ó kéré jù iná ogún wákàtí 20 hours daily power supply torí band A ni irú àwọn iná bẹ́ẹ̀ band A ni. So peace estate is a buy and build estate. Ẹ bá ti rà tí ẹ bá ti ṣe tán tọ́nà bá ti pèsè owó láti kọ́ ẹ lè bẹ̀rẹ̀. Tẹ bá ti gba building approval ní town planning ẹ lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní kọ́ láìsí pé wàhálà nǹkan wà ńbẹ̀. Ibi téèyàn lè gbé báyìí ni torí pé láyìíká wa gan àwọn ilé gbígbé wà ńbẹ̀, àyè wà fẹ́ni tó bá fẹ́ kọ́ báyìí, àyè dẹ̀ wà fẹ́ni tó bá fẹ́ rà láti tọ́jú ẹ̀ pamọ́.
Now finally fún àwọn tó wà lókè òkun tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ti bọ́ sọ́wọ́ alágbèdá tí ojú òun dẹ̀ tó lẹ̀, báwo ni ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ ṣe lè wà tó ń bá peace estate Blue Springs properties tó máa bá wọn dòwò pọ̀ pàápàá jọ lórí peace estate?
Kó tó di pé a bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ta peace estate, mo jẹ́ ọ̀kan lára àwọn èèyàn lẹ́kẹ́ nílùú Ìbàdàn tó lè fọwọ́ sọ̀yà pé àwọn tó wà ní diaspora mo ti bá wọn ra ọjà dáadáa. In fact ẹlòmíì ti send owó 3-4-5 plots tá a ti rà láì tí ìfojú kàn rárá. Gbogbo documentation wọn tá a ṣe tá a dẹ̀ mail ẹ̀ sí wọn tá a DHL ẹ̀ sí wọn láì sí wàhálà ń bẹ̀. Now ilé tó wá jẹ́ tiwa ẹ̀ tá a gbé dání yìí, ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé lẹ́yìn ìgbà tá a bá fún yín ní register survey yín tá a ṣe dídì tá a fún yín tán, anytime any day tẹ́ ẹ bá ti ṣe tán fún physical location yín tá a gbé ẹ wá lọ́jọ́ báyìí o, ẹ wá gba káàndó balẹ̀ yín fún yín o, ẹ lè wá. Ẹ tún lè lọ lẹ́yìn pé ọ̀gá afẹ́ lọ wọlé wa ni o láìsí pẹ̀sẹ̀ pé ilé iṣẹ́ gan. So peace estate fáwọn tó wà ní diaspora ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ ẹ rà ẹ sanwó yín pẹ̀lú ògo Ọlọ́run àti àtìlẹ́yìn àwọn tí àjọ ń ṣe iṣẹ́ yìí, kò ní sí wàhálà rárá àti rárá ni.
Nọ́mbà tí ó ń lọ lójú fọ́nrán yín náà ni kẹ́ ẹ pè bí ẹ bá fẹ́ mú nínú àwọn ilẹ̀ peace estate yìí. Mo dẹ̀ gbọ́ wípé batch by batch ni eléyìí tó wà ń ta yìí kì í ṣe nǹkan tó máa pẹ́ rárá kó tó tán. Bóyá mi máa wá sílẹ̀ ńgbà mi o.
Láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà yìí lẹ́yìn bàtà bá ti ta ilé a máa announce a price increment because 2.5 million naira all inclusive yìí fúngbà díẹ̀ ni, fún àsìkò díẹ̀ ni.
Òye náà ló mọ iye tílẹ̀ sí tó ti jẹ́ ní ìsìn.
Láàrin yẹn tá bá ti ta ilé ìta fẹ́ tà ń bẹ̀ tán price yẹn sì máa lọ sókè. So àǹfààní lélẹ̀ fún àwọn tó bá ṣẹ̀ fẹ́ rà báyìí kó tètè mú opportunity yẹn kán mú lò.
Nọ́mbà tó ń lọ lójú fọ́nrán yín lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí òun náà ni kẹ́ ẹ máa pè sí tẹ́ bá fẹ́ mọ̀ sí nípa peace estate. Ṣùgbọ́n jẹ́ ń sọ fún yín pé eléyìí fún ìgbà àkọ́kọ́ àgbàlẹ́tù Délé Adéyanjú àfọwọ́sí adẹ̀kí gbogbo ara bọ̀ àjọ ń ṣe ni. Kí ni first ever recording yín?
my first ever recording was, you mean the song now?
Song, yeah.
I think that was Ankwerekoni Ọ̀rẹ́ Jésù. Ọ̀rẹ́ Jésù kò sí, Ọ̀rẹ́ Jésù ṣọ̀wọ́n yeye, ọ̀rẹ́ mi olólùfẹ́ mi o, òun nìkan ló ń ṣe tèmi, òun nìkan ló ń gbọ́ tèmi, òun ni ọ̀rẹ́ mi, òun lolólùfẹ́ mi o. That was the song.
The first Enle composer.
Yeah, it's my song. A lot of people, àwọn kan ti ń kọ́ churches káàkiri torí mi publicize anyway.
Okay.
Àwọn tó kàn ń kọ́ yẹn inú àwọn tó ti gbá kẹsẹ̀ tí àkọ́kọ́ ṣe ń gbà yẹn. Mo ní band kan ní church wọ́n pè ní St. David's Anglican Church Band. That's dark.
St. James.
St. David's Anglican Church.
Okay.
St. David's Jokodo.
Okay.
That was where I grew up. So ibẹ̀ yẹn àwọn kan wà bí ẹ̀gbọ́n ni wọ́n jẹ́ sí mi. Actually my blood brother, elder brother was there. So òun àti another guy tó jẹ́ cousin mi, ìyẹn ju ẹ̀gbọ́n mi lọ díẹ̀. So àwọn ni wọ́n jẹ́ age group. Àwọn ló kó wa jọ ń gbà yẹn pé ká lọ studio ká lọ record. So that was the first time I composed like out of 7 songs that year or 8, I composed like almost all of them, maybe 6 or 7 of them.
Okay. So
they were my compositions. So Just Go See was one of the songs that I recorded. So even though I lead most of them to the orin mi ni. So it was more like my
project,
album, my project. So even though they need points man.
But it's grown school man or before
no, but mo sọ MET was school. Mo sọ̀rọ̀ 1996. I think 1992, 93 MET was school, which was secondary school man. 1992, 93, 90, 91, between 1990 and 1993, that period.
Okay.
I was still in secondary school. So that was when we did it. So mo ṣe àwọn orin yẹn. So Ọ̀rẹ́ Jésù kò sí yẹn was the first of my compositions. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
They tún ṣe wọ́n lẹ́yìn ìgbà yẹn.
Mo ṣe tún ṣe ń sìn.
Okay.
Now that I've done it again. I featured Evangelist Tope Alabi there.
Okay.
So the song is ó wà lára album tó ṣe release.
Okay.
But mi tí ma promote ẹ̀ ń sìn.
Okay.
I'm going to start the promotions very soon. Mo try láti sort àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan out on social media.
Okay.
Lórí originality, lórí copyright, lórí a lot of things.
Oh, important.
Mo fẹ́ kọ́kọ́ àwọn kíni wà in place kí n tó push ẹ̀ jáde.
Okay.
So that because the future is very important. Ní this part of the world táwa, àti máa take matters of copyright too serious. Too seriously. But if you can project into the future from now, you see that okori be for now. All those things we are going to get there. So what you do now, the structure you put in place now, will speak when those times come. So that's why it's mass of fun when if you listen around, you see that about 2 or 3 of my songs, people are singing it everywhere. On koka akiri, ẹlòmíì ò tiẹ̀ mọ̀ ẹni tó kọrin yẹn gan. Ìwọ kọ́ ló dá mi, àríra, ojúmọ́ ire. They are singing it everywhere. Social media, you see, all over the world, America, Australia, àwọn máa ń send videos sí mi láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ táwọn èèyàn ti ń kọ, àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ mi á máa send sí mi pé kí n wo orin mi ni wọ́n ń kọ lọ́wọ́ mẹ́rin pé, so àwọn ìfà mo tiẹ̀ láwọn lawyer friends kan àti àwọn lawyer kan tí ó mọ̀ mi rí tó ń sọ pé ká take care of pé kìíní kan mo ní mo mọ gbogbo àwọn ìfọ̀ copyright act tí many of them tán tiẹ̀ mo ti ní lọ́wọ́ láti bí 2008, 2009 ni mo ti ní copyright act, Nigerian copyright act law. So gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tí kíní ẹ̀ entail, àwọn ibi tó yẹ kéèyàn ti fight copyright infringement wẹ̀, mo mọ gbogbo àwọn kíní ẹ̀ mo dẹ̀ ti rí, but mo decide láti má take action yẹn until when I have those things in place.
Okay.
And then being gospel music, ìgbà míì tẹ́yọ̀ bá wo, you say when the society is not right, you have to be careful. Tẹ́yọ̀ bá wo Nigerians say many things wrong pẹ̀lú wa, nǹkan tó bá wrong làwọn èèyàn máa sọ pé right.
Yeah.
So and if you are the only right person
láàrin
àwọn tó pọ̀, if you are not careful you end up being wrong.
Yeah.
So tó bá ti dé level táwọn ìbá ti fẹ́ sọ pé ṣé wọ́n nìkan ló kọrin ni, ṣé
ṣebí Holy Spirit ló fún any inspiration, ṣebí propagation of the gospel ni.
So at times like that, or when situations like that begin to arise, you need to be very careful. Because at the end of the day, you fight it, you win, but the people who are supposed to be following you, tí wọ́n bá understand here from that perspective, it will be a problem. So it's good that they are singing the songs, at least about calling on, the joy of it is that people love the song and they are singing it, you know. But when people go to sing your song, they post it on their social media pages, they put it on their audio
without credit,
without acknowledging the owner of the song, you know. That is plagiarism, you know. So it is not right, you know. At least they need to give credit, especially táwọn fans wọn bá ń celebrate wọn fún orin yẹn. Mo ti rẹ́ni tó mo ti rán Adégbòdù pè mí níjọ́ kan láti Èkó. Ó ní ẹ̀gbọ́n ibo lẹ wà, mo ní mo wà ní Ìbàdàn. Ó lọ wọn program kan báyìí, ó lẹ́nìkan kọrin mi lọ́wọ́. Ó ní ìṣojú ohun wọn dẹ̀ ó ní ara àwọn fans ẹ̀ tó wà ní church yẹn. Ó lọ minister bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o, bọ̀bọ́ yẹn náà minister ni, local church yẹn ni, ó máa ń kọrin fún wọn all the time. So ìjọ yẹn wá kọrin mi, so ara àwọn tó ti mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n á rò pé òun ló kọrin yẹn. Ó ní ìṣojú òun náà ṣe kọ check 1.2 million fún.
Wow.
Pé orin yìí lágbára, pé this is creative.
Orin tí ó ṣe tiẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, ó ní kò dẹ̀ sọ pé nǹkan ló ní. Ó ní ìṣojú òun, in fact ó fún mi nọ́mbà ẹni yẹn, ẹni tó kọ check yẹn, mi lè dárúkọ ẹ̀ lórí program ẹni yẹn, one rich man ni tó jẹ́ member church yẹn, known person ní church yẹn. Ó lóun wá sọ ó lóun kọ check yẹn tán, ó lóun wá ń bí pé bàbá orin tí bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn kọ yẹn òun kọ́ ló ní náà, pé òun mẹ́rin tó ní, ó lẹ́gbọ̀n wa kan ló ní tó wà ń bàdàn. Ẹni tí mò ń sọ ìké sódà kó má dá ìgbà Adégbòdù twins ni mò ń sọ yìí, you know, one of them ló pè mí.
ló wà ń bẹ̀ ló wà ní event
ló pè mí láti Èkó. Ó ní ṣojú òun náà ṣe ń kọ check fún bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn pé òun wá ń sọ fẹ́ ni ẹ pé mo mẹ́rin tó lórin yìí, ó lóun dárúkọ mi fún wọn pé ó lẹ́ni wá sọ pé òun ò mọ̀ pé pé wow, ó lóun wá sọ fún pé kó lọ search mi ní YouTube. Ó ní lóòótọ́ ó ní máa yẹn check ó ló wá rí pé wow, ó ní ti old lóòótọ́, ó wá rí àwọn old videos mi, ó wá sọ pé in fact pé èmi gan tún kọ́ ó tún ní ó tún full, ó ní wà progressive ju ẹni yẹn lọ, gbogbo ẹni yẹn kàn mú chorus kan ó kàn kọ́ ó ṣáàjú pọ̀ mọ́ra wọn. Bó ìgbà tí yẹn rí the total package ó rí pé aṣọ orin yẹn ó lengthy tó báyìí. Ó wá gbọ́ gbogbo story David and Goliath yẹn dáadáa bí mo ṣe table ẹ̀ down lórí everything. Ó wá ní àpòwò dẹ̀ mọ́ and stuff like that. So mo kàn lo as examples of àwọn tó ní yẹn ti bless, you know. Àwọn artist kan wà lábẹ́kúta tó yẹ pé ìdí orin yẹn náà ti kọ́lé.
Ní ìwọ kọ́ ló dá mi yẹn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, you know, tó yẹ pé àwọn èèyàn tó mọ̀ wọn, àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ wọn tó jọ ń kọrin tó mọ̀ mí ló ń sọ fún mi pé ọ̀rẹ́ àwọn ni àwọn mọ̀ sẹ́, ìgbà tó ń kọrin yìí láwọn ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mọ̀ ló ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ di ó wá lucky ó láwọn fans tó jẹ́ pé àwọn fans tó máa ń celebrate èèyàn. That's why fans tó bá téèyàn bá ní around ó important gan. So those guys were lucky to have people around them, people who could just dash you 10 million and not look back tí yóò jẹ́ kankan lára wọn. So if you have people like that around you and you have a creative job, you know, the better for you. So ìgbà tí bọ́bọ́ yẹn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí kọrin yẹn láwọn èèyàn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí mọ̀ orin yẹn ló kọ́ títí tó fi achieve many things. So àwọn tó jọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ gangan tó mọ̀ tó ń sọ fún pé ó kàn ń kọrin olórin ò tiẹ̀ pé ẹni yẹn, ara àwọn tí mo sọ pé wọ́n ń kọrin olórin wọn àtọ̀lẹ́jẹ̀ ẹni yẹn o, you know, you post it on your pages, you do all manner of things. Dẹ̀ lè wá phone number ẹni yẹn kó pè kó appreciate it, just phone call, you know. Those are the kind of things people do. If I'm running to launch interview, ó wá ṣe radio interview láti ṣé kò ní àbí Ìbàdàn, I think it was Ìbàdàn náà lẹ́ni ẹwà anyway, but man lọ sí Èkó gan. Now he came to do ó wá ṣe ó kọrin mi ó tún orin yẹn kọ àwọn tó ń kọ káàkiri tó ń kọ the same song, yeah. Ó kọ ní YouTube, ó post ẹ̀, ó ṣe advert fún, ó ṣe all manners of adverts on social media. So ó fi popular just like every other person. Okay, based on that wọ́n wá interview ẹnìkan wá gbé wá fún interview. Ẹni tó wá fẹ́ interview ẹ̀ yẹn ó wá interview ẹ̀ lórí performance Ìwọ Kọ́ Ló Dá Mi tó ṣe lórí YouTube. Òun náà dẹ̀ answer question. Mo wá wò pé so ẹni tó wá ń ṣe interview fún yẹn ó wá jẹ́ ẹni tí mo mọ̀, ọmọ mi náà ni anyway, ara àwọn younger colleagues wa ni. Mo wá pè pé kí ló ń ṣe ẹ́, ṣé tí orí bọ́ èèyàn bá pé ṣé
o mọ̀
ìwọ tó yẹ pé o mọ̀ genesis orin yìí, o fẹ́ interview èèyàn o mọ̀ ṣebí when you want to interview somebody the person will come and answer questions on what is original to him, what is unique to him. How can you be interviewing on somebody else's song tó lọ tún kọ? Ó kàn reproduce ẹ̀, ó kàn tún kọ the same song náà ni instrumentation kan yàtọ̀ torí pé ọ̀tọ̀ làwọn tó play gbogbo ọ̀tọ̀ place bẹ́ẹ̀ gan many of them go correct nígbà music àwọn pé ìrọ̀ náà place bẹ́ẹ̀ at least ó ṣàkọrin yẹn, you know. Ó wá dé ìwọ wá interview ẹ̀ on somebody else's song, where do you do that? So you know, if I decide to take it up legally now, àwọn tí ò ní understanding nǹkan, especially our youths who are Nigerians. I don't know what is wrong with our youths. Gbogbo nǹkan tó bá yẹ kó mọ̀ wọn kì í mọ̀.
Mediocrity na man celebrate.
I'm telling you. So those are the kind of people you are dealing with. That is what is rampant in our industries now. You know, and then adé máa wò pé tó bá yẹ wọ́n ní ọmọ yẹn wọ́n fẹ́ kí àwọn ọmọ kékeré yẹn kan dàgbà ni wọ́n fẹ́ kí, but à ń sọ fún wọn pé for instance nsìn mo ti ní enough reason láti take it up with anybody, but mo decide láti má ṣe to irú àwọn nǹkan báyìí because you know we should love ourselves and encourage ourselves, but a máa sọ fún wọn torí pé ìjọ tẹ máa ṣe fún ẹni tí ò ní let go.
Yeah.
Because mo kí ni yẹn sì wà lórí pages wọn bẹ̀ documentation wà fún ìjọ tẹ nǹkan bá decide to take it up they will just refer to that nílé bọ̀ bẹ̀. If you go and find out àwọn tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sí, they will tell you it's very wrong and it could be very very implicating, you know. So but torí pé gospel ni a máa wò pé well bóyá ká filẹ̀ ká let go, but how long will that continue, you know. So like I said, it's good, you know, that when you do songs, we do songs, other people celebrate the songs, they do the songs, you know, and then celebrate it too, help us to say one film popularize anyway, but always learn to give credit. Yeah. Credit to, you know, whoever deserves credit.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo journey sí that particular song Ìwọ Kọ́ Ló Dá Mi àti entire album tó gbé album ẹ̀ sínú àmì tó gbé that particular track sínú inú ẹ̀ ní àríra wà.
àríra gbogbo wa la àríra wa.
Bó ṣe burúkú ló bá yàn láàyò ìwọ máa ṣe lọ.
Ló bá ṣe gbèrè ló bá ṣàtì máa ṣe lọ. Mo mọ̀ dájú ọjọ́ kan ń bọ̀.
Ìyẹn nínú ẹ̀ ni.
Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ sórí gbèsè. Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ sórí gbèsè. Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ ṣàpàdánù. Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ ṣe gbéraga. Sáwọn òbí mi tó bí mi. Tọ́lọ́run ọba tó dá mi. Ìyà ń bẹ bọ́mọ tí ò gbọ́rọ̀. Ẹ̀wí kan gbọ́. Ìyà ń bẹ bọ́mọ tí ò gbọ́rọ̀. Ẹ̀wí kan gbọ́.
Inú ẹ̀ ní ṣé ni kò fẹ́ràn mi.
Ṣé ni kò fẹ́ràn mi o. Ṣé ni kò fẹ́ràn mi. Ó ṣàmọ̀ pé mo fẹ́ràn ẹ.
Inú ẹ̀ ní ìfẹ́ bí ti Jésù.
Yes. Ìfẹ́ bí ti Jésù Kristi là ń fẹ́. Ìfẹ́ bí t'Ọlọ́run lókè là ń wá. Ìfẹ́ sí ọmọ ẹni kejì là ń wí. Má ṣe yọ̀ wọ́n, gbàdúrà fún wọn láìsinmi. That's it.
Now nínú album ẹ̀.
Lágogo náà wà ń bẹ̀.
Lágogo mi àrò.
Those songs are just.
Orin tó yẹ kẹ́ anyway ẹ má yẹ kẹ́ mi sọ but àwọn kan sọ pé orin tó yẹ kẹ́ fi ṣàwọ̀ mẹ́rin ẹ wá pààkẹ́ sínú ẹ̀ ọ̀pọ̀.
That is what people always say. As a matter of fact, even the songs that I released after then, the albums I have released, one way or the other, those songs we were not able to properly promote them. Okay. Because of a lot of, you know, reasons that I might not be able to talk about here. So, our album to tell you, no, that's the same comment on your past. Gbogbo àwọn orin tí pọ̀ jù fún album yìí wé kí ló dé gbogbo orin tí gbogbo ẹ̀mí hit song. Another album ní Ojúmọ́ Ire wà. Ojúmọ́ ire mọ́ mi lónìí, ojúbà ẹni tó jẹ́, mo ti bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́dàá mi ṣàpérò. Orin kan nìyẹn, inú album kan tó wà náà ni. Ẹ ṣé bàbá, ẹ ṣé tẹ rántí. That's another song. Nínú ẹ̀ náà, mo jí lówùrọ̀, ohun rere ní láti máa. So, you know, another, you know, jam-packed album with hit songs.
Before Arira.
Yeah.
Records me already.
The record I did then was the one I was talking about.
Okay, T96,
98, yeah. 96, 97, thereabout. And that was cassette nígbà yẹn. Okay. Cassette là ń lò láyé gbà yẹn.
So after yẹn lẹ wá ṣe ti Arira.
Yeah, bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Kí ni inspiration tó wà behind Arira?
Like I said, lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn tẹ́ bá observe, mo sọ̀rọ̀ nípa, mo sọ pé mo máa ń like nǹkan tó bá difficult, táwọn èèyàn bá ń sá fún, táwọn èèyàn bá bóyá àwọn èèyàn kì í ṣe, bóyá wọ́n avoid ẹ̀, bóyá gbogbo èèyàn try láti ṣe nǹkan báyìí, èmi á fẹ́ kí tèmi yàtọ̀, máa gbé wá in another form. So mo wo the gospel music industry, mo rí trend yẹn, mo rí pé it's always the same. Do you understand? If it's not this, it is that. One of 2 or 3 things. Always repeat. Okay, we can still do gospel in another way. We can bring gospel back in a way that it's not just going to be dance, and kick and follow like the way they used to do it. We can have messages that can last forever. Messages that it will always sound new, that people can learn lessons from, moral lessons, both moral and gospel mixed together in the same song. So that way, if you trace it back indirectly, you still see that this is still gospel, but it's coming with a way you can do it anywhere. You can perform it in social gatherings, in secular gatherings, and it will still make sense. That's a very difficult task. I want to share me one if at all there was any at that time in Europe. So, so that was where I started from. But this is the line I want to do, at least for now. At least let me try it first and see how it's going to go. And God helped me. I was able to achieve it, though it was difficult, because àwọn èèyàn tí ò lè ronú dáadáa, tí wọ́n ní deep thinking, wọ́n á kàn rí pé orin yẹn dùn gan-an, but wọ́n á ní àwọn ò mọ̀ bóyá gospel ni àbí secular. They don't know. If àwọn kan wà tó yẹ pé wọ́n á fẹ́ invite me fún program, ibi tó bá ti ń deliberate, àwọn tó bá rí bí secular tó bá ti pọ̀ jà, àwọn tó wọ́n ní secular ni wọ́n á ní àkìṣe gospel, pé so a lè pè wọ́n torí pé ṣe mọ̀ wọ́n á debate ẹ̀, so èmi máa gbọ́ afterwards, so gbogbo feedback ẹni mò ń rí. Àwọn kan dẹ̀ wà tó yẹ pé wọ́n á fẹ́ ṣe program, wọ́n á máa wá secular artist, èmi ló máa wá pè. Tó bá wá find out pé kí ni gan-an ó ń dẹ̀ ni wọ́n kọrin ní clubs now. Wọ́n kọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìwọ kọ́ ló dá mi àríra wọ́n kọ́ ní clubs káàkiri from UK, US. Àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ mi máa ń send video sí mi. Ẹlòmíì máa ń tẹ́ tébùlù ẹ̀ báyìí, wọ́n máa ń mọtí ọtí nira yìí gbé fún gbó ní everywhere. Wọ́n dẹ̀ orin mi náà ń jó sí bẹ́ẹ̀ náà náwó artist yẹn, tó ń kọrin mi yẹn. So even as secular as that gathering is, orin yẹn ṣe make sense sí wọn. Àwọn àfáà tí wá bá mi lé more than 2 or 3 times, tí wọ́n trace ilé mi wá láti ọjà, ìgbà tó ń lọ sọ́jà tó ń wá sí ìdíyẹn tí wọ́n rí.
Àwọn àfáà
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àfáà gidi, àwọn correct àfáà tó yẹ pé ìṣòro kan kì í délẹ̀ yẹn, ẹ bá ti rí wọn ẹ ti mọ̀ pé correct ṣe mọ̀. So our guys they understand the music gan, wọ́n rí pé wow, message one music yìí. They came to my house more than 2 or 3 times. Wọ́n wá mi pé àwọn ń wá CD yẹn, àwọn wà á rí pé àwọn ti dọ́jà yẹn several times, pé ìgbà tó wá káwọn lára làwọn wá ní káwọn wá bá mi ní ìgbà tó wá sọ pé ṣé ẹni tó mọlé wọn wà nǹkan kan, wọ́n ní wọ́n pe fóònù pé mi gbé pé so wọ́n ní kì í ṣe bí mọ̀mọ́ pé mix up ni bí mi ṣe gbé yẹn pé and then tó wáyé nọ́mbà tí mi mọ̀ tí nọ́mbà bá ti pile tó bá ti pọ̀ mo lè má lè sọ pé wo ni so àbíbárí tó bá wà repeated many times bóyá mo lè pè padà and stuff like that. So they came and I arranged for them how they got CDs. I think those CDs nígbà yẹn tí mo sọ yìí, mo sọ̀rọ̀ 2007.
Okay. Yeah, when the record yẹn jáde.
That was 2002. Okay. Thereabout 3. So they came. So what am I trying to say? Message. So mo fẹ́ achieve pé message I want it to be relevant.
But ṣé nǹkan tó fà ni pé tẹ́ bá wá album ẹ, the only tracks tẹ́ mention Jésù was bí ìfẹ́ bíi ti Jésù àtàwọn irú àríra yẹn kò sí Jésù mẹ́.
It was deliberate. Okay. It was deliberate so that if there's any other gathering that they need good music that carries proper message, but wọ́n fẹ́ kó jẹ́ gospel. Kò túmọ̀ sí pé torí pé mo jẹ́ gospel musician. That's what people don't understand. Secular gatherings are not, wọ́n secular kò túmọ̀ sí pé ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ náà ń dá bẹ́ẹ̀, kò túmọ̀ sí pé èṣù ni. What it just means is that it's not religious, it's not faith-based.
Yes.
Ìyẹn
mi pé káwọn máa fagbó mẹ́,
no.
Secular ṣì lè ní, ó ṣì lè hold message to the meaning.
Exactly. If I'm asked to come and perform at a gathering tó yẹ pé wọ́n ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa eradication of malaria, wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ nípa farming as a sustenance of the economy, stuff like that.
Yeah.
They are not a gospel.
Yeah. But one should need the message to one.
So I cannot go there and be singing church songs.
Yeah.
And I would not have sinned to have go there to go and sing. So people need to understand that. So that was what I was trying to achieve. Have songs that can pass for all kinds of gatherings and will still be relevant on all forms.
But she is maintaining.
So yes, I'm still maintaining Mushi Lama songs over there. What I just did was this time around I included more of songs that carry the proper gospel message.
Okay.
Tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ bóyá nínú album kan bóyá mo ní ẹyọ kan out of 6-7 songs mo lẹ́yọ kan or méjì. Nísìn mo ti balance ẹ̀ bóyá mo lè rí bí 3-4 nínú ẹ̀ kí n wá ní bí méjì tó jẹ́ the other time.
Okay.
Because we realize we have to look at people's feedback from people. How do people receive it? So I want to just pay. There's a culture in the church. But the churches might invite me go. So because someone invite me here, we need to accommodate one more. We need to, kind of understand them more and make them understand me more. So if they invite me to minister for 1 hour, stage performance ni, to see mo track no CD. 1 hour, 1.5 hours. I cannot be singing Wokoloda before. I have to do other things. So we include, the typical type of gospel. No. So more balance it up.
Okay.
So I started doing that more.
All right.
Because I play more in churches.
Which is more popular? She Wokolodami na Biara.
I think now Wokolodami is more popular now.
But before now, it used to be Area.
Yes, and that area is coming back.
Okay. It's very produced and very promoted.
I'm reproducing it and promoting it.
Okay.
The content, the message, the lyrics, the melody line, everything the same, but better instrumentation.
Okay.
That's about 22 years ago, 23 years ago. It's a long time. I want to finish music in I've been produced better things still and sing to make it sound better.
Okay.
So in terms of what will appeal to people, so that is the only thing. My changing there.
All right.
The rhythm, everything is going to be the same. Just better production, better sound, and then we promote it again because I only those songs they are not only refuse Latin law.
Well, law evergreen. Yeah. Ọlọ́run kò dàbí ènìyàn Aronipin. Àwọn mọ́tò ńjọ́ kan. Bọ́lá tí ń bọ̀ bóyá mi rántí ìlú kan bí Oǹdó àbí nǹkan. Orin yẹn kàn fẹ́ wá, a lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní kọ́nu mọ́tò. Ẹ jẹ́ ń pé bọ́lá Goke náà ká lè ṣe interview mo ṣe pè yín nìyẹn pé because orin yẹn even àwọn tí wọ́n ti bí gbà yẹn wọ́n wá balance. Orin yẹn wá ó ní meaning. So kí ni ẹ ti compose ẹ tẹ́lẹ̀ ní àbí nígbà tí ẹ ní task pé ẹ fẹ́ ṣe record ẹ ṣe compose ẹ.
Yeah, mi ti as at the time tí mo compose àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ bí Jésù kò sí àwọn early 90s yẹn mid 90s yẹn mi ò tí ì ṣe lé ìgbà yẹn.
Okay.
It was the time I decided wọ́n tí mo ṣe ń gbà yẹn they were strictly gospel songs. Right. At least all of them only Jesus all of them except maybe one or so. So ìgbà tí mo fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ tí mo decide pé mo fẹ́ take step tí mo sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn pé I want it to it's a song that you can perform anywhere tó dẹ̀ ṣe máa jẹ́ gospel tá dẹ̀ ṣe wọlé ní secular gatherings tó máa jẹ́ bóyá blend of gospel and morals. That was when I composed Iwokolodami.
Okay.
I did that in 2001. Ni mo compose àti Yarira the same year mo compose méjèèjì àti some other ones Ọlọ́mọdé Ṣorí Gbèsè the same year 2001 ni mo ṣe gbọ́ ẹ̀. That was about the year tí mo ṣe tán ní Poli. In fact, there was some of the songs still composed in the classroom. Nígbà tá à ń ṣe final exam ní 22.
Ẹ ti máa ń kọ orin ní àwọn outings before kẹ́tọ́ fi ṣe record àbí?
No mi ti máa kọ́ gbà yẹn. Ìgbà tí mo ṣe ọ̀gbìn gbà yẹn mo ṣe àwọn iṣẹ́ ìrírí mi as a professional musician.
Okay.
So outings ò tí máa pọ̀ gbà yẹn just 1 or 2 outings here and there.
Okay.
So there was really not there wasn't any need for me as in mi ò ní enough invitations láti sọ pé bóyá mo fẹ́ kọ or not. Okay. So it never became an issue as at that time.
Ta lẹ gbé album ẹ fún gbà yẹn?
The first time tí mo kọ́ release ẹ̀ mo kọ́kọ́ gbé fún The Cross.
Okay.
The Cross. That is record label
Bajowa.
Yeah. So The Cross was in Lagos, then I was in Ibadan, and then some things didn't go right.
Like kí ni nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀?
Between us. Nǹkan tó actually ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé we wanted to shoot a video for the song. So they asked me to do the video. They wanted to do it, but time frame wọn àti period tó fẹ́ ṣe ó jìnnà ó pẹ́, so mi lè ní sùúrù yẹn ó ti pọ̀ jù máa ní kó jẹ́ kí n lọ ṣe video yẹn wá. So wọ́n fún mi ní àwọn tips bí mo ṣe máa ṣe, and then I brought my videographer to meet them so that they can discuss so that we can have a good idea of what they wanted. Ìgbà tí bọ́bọ́ yẹn ṣe iṣẹ́ yẹn, the job was good, but he used a camera that was relatively substandard to what they wanted. Okay. That was the complaint. So picture quality here with data. So they rejected the job that we would do it again. This time around, they wanted to do it themselves. You know. So orí yẹn la wá wà títí tó fi di pé you know, record labels ngbà mí, a lot of things they won't plan for ó máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀. You know. So they had issues with I think maybe facilities, maybe technical issues, administrative issues, stuff like that. So all affect iṣẹ́ mi. So at that point, but the contract will expire. Then it was a 2-year contract, short period.
Audio jáde.
Audio jáde.
Okay.
Audio jáde, but video jáde. And the promotions were not properly done because we didn't have videos. Video in the contract afelu. So the contract expired. I think it was 1.5 years then. 18 months, gone negotiate 2 years. So it was a short one. I deliberately, you know, I insisted on a short because I wasn't sure how it was going to go. So I won't be waiting for too long. So after to expire, I renew more because of what happened.
Did they want a renewal?
They suggested it to me.
Okay.
But I wasn't going to do it because of the things I had seen. And sincerely, they were not bad people. They were good people. You know. Royalties, everything, plain, clean, clear, and there was no greed in it, you know. So royalties, papers or contract papers or everything. Go see the contract papers and marketers me. Rí madawu nínú nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe, rí wá ti fa àwọn loophole tó tó máa ti gbà cheat, tó máa ti àwọn escape route tó fi nílé rí wọn mú, rí ńbẹ̀, àwọn clauses yẹn ti wà. Àwọn lawyers tó máa craft ẹ̀, wọ́n máa ń intelligent lọ. But till the cross here, ó yàtọ̀ ní gbogbo tí mo ti rí. It was a very good one, you know, to be honest. So the problem I had with them was not ọ̀rọ̀ pé bóyá àwọn cheat, wọn sanwó, àbí nǹkan kan bẹ́ẹ̀. They were not going to do that from the contract papers I saw. Okay. Even though at the level here, as at that time. But if I had continued with them, I'm sure we wouldn't have issues like that. But torí pé iṣẹ́ pọ̀ lọ́wọ́ wọn, mo foresee it. Even ìgbà yẹn gan, àwọn midnight crew gbéṣẹ́ kan fún wọn gbà yẹn. My Cador was there then, and then some other guys. Wọ́n ṣe ń jẹ́ midnight crew. Wọ́n ti separate as àwọn part wájú, but all of them were there. So and then there was one job that they did in Mary to get popular dada. Artist, you know. There was one artist. Niger Delta, man, you know. Aswekie, okay. That was the period. Okay. Aswekie, iṣẹ́ gangan ni the cross she lower and they did the job fantastically well. Okay. And Aswekie did not have issues with them on the matters. That artist must have an issue with, you know. So another, you know, confirmation that it would have been, you know. So, but mo rí pé iṣẹ́ pọ̀ lọ́wọ́ wọn, and then tell about if marketer and share, tell that if you contract with them, you will have to be waiting, you know. And then it's a company. It's not a thing that you can see one person and say, I just can't meet you, Kasoro, and then Lagos no be one bad one. So having to go to Lagos to discuss and come back, and when I see that patience me, what I wait if you are patient enough, more anything you, I'm not lost again. So we troubles in the move we are. Kì í ṣe nǹkan tí mo lè sáré call bóyá mo ń bọ̀ sí ẹ̀dẹ́ká sọ̀rọ̀ kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ó ti ń pẹ́ ju ya mo ń bọ̀ sí iṣẹ́ wa lọ́fíìsì. You can't do that because of the distance. And then so mo wá rí pé mi ò nílé ní patience yẹn because they go at their own pace. It's a company, they are bigger than the artist. A lot of times they dictate how it goes. You cannot, you know, hurry them up and all stuff like that. So we decided that somebody who was closer to me, somebody who I can walk up, who is a, you know, the business owner, who I can see any day, anytime, and say, Ibolewa, okay, expect me 20 minutes, my dancing. I needed somebody like that. So I deliberately came to look for that option.
In Ibadan.
So that was when I gave the job to Selucom. Okay. You know, and Selucom tried, he did his best. He tried. And I didn't expect him to be able to do more than what he did, because I knew it was just going to be for a while. Then the next step, we take it higher. At least go better and the level will be to better. I knew how Moshe, enough to know how wide his marketing network was. I knew we were not able to do as much as the likes of the Cross would do. But at least, something that is good enough to start with, you know. So I worked with Selucom. It was the one that actually made it popular in this part of the country, southwest. Ondo, Akure.
But D-Cross, it was popular in maybe Lagos.
Some parts of Lagos.
Okay.
Just some parts of Lagos.
Okay.
Because we didn't do much that time before I would dream. Yeah.
Okay. So the Celicom contract was for how many? What was the duration?
I
think that was 2 years.
2 years.
Yes.
Was it any video?
It was a short one. Yeah.
Was it the same video that Yambere?
Yeah, that video. Too popular. No, not that one. No. We did another one.
Another video. Okay.
This one that we did was.
Then you can load cards. Then you can spy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You know. So at the later, she in village setting here.
Yeah.
Tí àwọn tí bàbá arúgbó tí àwọn èèyàn jókòó round to me, and then the work olódà mi.
Yeah.
We did that one in Ede. Celicom ló arrange. Ló ṣe video, ló sponsor video really. He looked for the money. Most of the money ta ló wà. Ìwọ̀nba díẹ̀ ni mo fi support ẹ̀. Èmi nígbà mo kàn wá mọ́tò ta lò, mo fuel ẹ̀, mo ṣe some things. But gbogbo technical kìíní, a fẹ́ gba camera ni o, a fẹ́ sanwó director ni o, all those things. Celicom did all.
Okay.
So we used video work on me. Láti lọ ṣe. Actually, he tried. He took time to look for good locations. A lọ sẹ́dẹ̀. A lo ilé baba Davido.
Okay.
Lẹ́dẹ̀ tẹ́ bá wo mansion yẹn, white mansion kan báyìí ni níbi tí ya woman yẹn tó ti maltreat ọmọ kékeré sálẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ ló dá mi tí mo wà lókè tí mo ń wo balcony baba Davido níbẹ̀ tí mo ti ṣe yẹn ní Ẹdẹ. The house was massive, so ó fún video yẹn ní beauty gan, so he took time to go that far to get those locations, and the guys that directed that video, though àwọn kan wà tó ń ṣe tí mi like no, àwọn videos kan wà mẹ́rin tí mi like tó yẹ pé tí n bá níwèé mi màá ní tó bọ́ sí náwó sí already. So tí n bá níwèé mi màá ní kọ́ máa push video yẹn àtọ̀. Irú fẹ́ràn mi yẹn ṣe ni kò fẹ́ràn mi àti I think about 2 or 3, but ètò wà àríra was okay, ìwọ́kọ̀lẹ́dá mi was okay. Ṣorí gbèsè ọlọ́mọdé ṣorí gbèsè, that one too was okay. So that was
kí ló dé continue pẹ̀lú Celicom?
Issue wà ní.
Kí ni issue náà? Because ìbí mọ̀ pé issue wà.
Issue tó wà ní pé you see ṣe ra àwọn marketers yẹn wọ́n ní some of them or many of them wọ́n máa ń deal pẹ̀lú àwọn artist tó máa ń deal pẹ̀lú àwọn artist tí ò kì í wà landed. Wọ́n máa ń position ara wọn bíi pé àwọn ni all in all. Bí ìgbà tí wọ́n fẹ́ control life artist yẹn ṣe mọ̀, wọ́n máa ń copy prototype tí àwọn big marketers máa ń ṣe. Big in the sense that àwọn marketers wọ́n pé big companies ni wọ́n tọ́ dẹ̀ ṣe what is right. Wọ́n á fún artist nílé, wọ́n á place their salary, wọ́n á fún ní mọ́tò, wọ́n á fún ní everything. Now when they do that, it is just normal for them to recoup their money before they start paying the artist. That is the format. So they make the artist comfortable and then they need time. So when they sign contract 1.5 years, 2 years, they want it to be at least 5 years, 4 years at least, so that
only
they can recoup investment and then make profit, which is reasonable. Now, local marketers, you don't have that kind of structure, you don't have those kind of finances, you don't have that kind of wide network, and then you don't have the what is the word now? That credibility. Town of big companies, to be able to do that. The artist in moto go. Agidi le ma fi fún ní mọ́tò, tẹ́ bá ti fún ní mọ́tò. So we see it like, okay, you don't have all these things. We can still work together. It is not important. You don't have to give me all those things. I don't even need them for you if you don't have it. As long as you work, we work, I work, you work. Those things will come. So let's do it this way. Play your part, I play my part. Now, everyone demand for more than what you are putting into it. Hey, imagine, marketer tí ó ṣe gbogbo nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́yàn. Ṣé get? Kó wá fẹ́ máa claim ownership lórí orin téèyàn tí ṣe. It wasn't even money matters. In fact, owó mi ò ṣe èèyàn tó desperate nípa owó. That's just a lot of people wọ́n rò pé owó ni problem, pé ó cheat mi àbí kíní. Ìbá cheat mi, ìbá tẹ 500,000 copies, kó ní 100,000 ló ń tà, mo mọ̀ pé it's for a while. The name that he makes from that job, 80% of it is coming back to me. I will not make orúkọ as a marketer, but a gangan ni main actor. Yeah. He's selling me, he's selling my work. Tó bá cheat me is for a while. So owó kọ́ ni problem ni, ìyẹn kọ́ ni pé bóyá ó ta ọjà kò rí fund kò fún mi ní that's not my problem àbí iye tó ná sí fídíò àti everything tó fẹ́ recoup ó ti ní particular figure but at the end of the day ó wá what is the word now ó wá increase figure yẹn by a particular ó wá fi yẹn cheat me I don't care I'm not even sure whether I did it if I mi tójúbọ̀ yẹn mi investigate ẹ̀ pé kí n tiẹ̀ mọ̀ bóyá ó cheat me or not mi ò worry but what I was worried about that I took it up with him was this idea, this mentality that I'm your marketer, so I own you. Wọ́n ti máa ń try pẹ̀lú àwọn artist tí ó kì í lọ school yẹn tí ó mọ tó yẹ pé wọ́n kàn ṣáà ń kọrin ní ẹlòmíì lọ school kò tiẹ̀ ní èmi tó yẹ pé corporate act ó ti wà lọ́wọ́ mi tipẹ́tipẹ́ èmi tí mo ti ó ṣí contract mo ti study contract the course mo ti jókòó ti many things mo ti mọ a lot so gbogbo ìgbà tó gbé contract ẹ̀ jáde mo rí àwọn clauses yẹn níbẹ̀ mo dẹ̀ ń sọ fún pé eléyìí this one cannot go this one cannot go this one cannot go ẹ rephrase eléyìí báyìí ló ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ lọ so that to prevent all those things from happening ṣe you get the kind of things tí wọ́n sọ ni pé bí nísìn mo fẹ́ kọrin nísìn wà fẹ́ dictate fún mi ìròyìn tí màá kọ no o lè contribute o lè suggest mo máa ń gba suggestions in fact n bá ṣiṣẹ́ dé level kan tó bá dé máa criticize ẹ̀ fúnra mi máa pe àwọn èèyàn tó mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ pé ẹ bá mi wo iṣẹ́ yìí kí lẹ rò pé mo lè ṣe sí kí lẹ rò pé kú ń bẹ nǹkan kan ò tí ì tẹ́ mi lọ́rùn mi tí mo exactly nǹkan tó jẹ́ tí n bá fẹ́ ní patience enough láti jókòó pé mo fẹ́ farabalẹ̀ because eventually máa get nǹkan tó wrong níbẹ̀ tí bá ti gbọ́ over and over again máa get kíní yẹn but ìgbà míì ẹlòmíì máa wà tó máa suggest ẹ pé nǹkan báyìí ló wrong tó pé kémi gan tó rí ẹni á ti rí so ó máa save me ní time yẹn I won't have to wait kí n tó get nǹkan tó wrong so ẹlòmíì á tètè rí so I'm not the type tó wà adamant lórí nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ I listen to suggestions in fact tó bá yẹ pé mo gbọ́ suggestion àwọn guys yẹn nígbà yẹn ara nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe some of the songs tó jẹ́ hit lẹ́nìí tó di evergreen tán sọ lẹ́nìí wouldn't have been but torí pé mo insist pé no this is how it should go ó láwọn ideas mi náà tó wà okay but ìtó bá ti wà okay mbẹ́ tí mo lè lò I will borrow it ìyí tí ò bá dàbí I throw it away but you now want to impose all your ideas you now want to be part of my you want to reap from my shows my live performances pé you are suggesting pé you should be part of it you can never be part of it.
Because you sign live performance.
We never signed it. Mo rí clause yẹn nínú contract yẹn mo strike it out. Ṣé o ra ilé fún mi ni? Ṣé o ra mọ́tò fún mi ni? O ṣe anything fún mi náà. Tó bá ṣe anything tó jẹ́ major investment on me, màá mọ̀ pé mo wà committed. Àwọn commercial artists wọn náà. Some pay them, they just pay wọ́n pè ní sign on fee. Big money, millions as at that time. Àwọn record labels tó ń ṣe wà. Now if you are into such an agreement and then the record label wants to tie you down just because they need to recoup their money back over whatever period of time to speculate, fine, it is good because you have taken their money, they need to take back. But there is no such thing, no such investments that you have made on me. Lẹ́yìn pé o ya video, ebi mo sanwó gbogbo studio recording mi, production mi, mo ṣe everything from A to Z. Nǹkan tí mo dẹ̀ ná lórí production ní studio, ó ju iye tí ọmọ fi ṣe videos lọ. So and that was the only thing. Then no, the mass production of which in tomatita CD you recoup your money back. That is duplication tamanshi won't be publishing. So could really see anything to leverage on to be able to have that much control over me. He wanted the total control from where he had not sown. You know. So I rejected that. Got to have a problem here.
Okay.
So that he contract will expire. Ó ti expire ó wá fẹ́ continue láti máa taṣẹ́ yẹn lọ meanwhile clause tó máa allow ẹ̀ láti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn mo ti take care of it nínú ó kọ àwọn kìíní yẹn mo rewrite tèmi àwa substitute fúnra wọn pé ẹ̀yọ ilé ẹ̀fẹ́ lè sí so somewhere along the line àwọn nǹkan tí mo kọ síbẹ̀ mo ṣe craft ẹ̀ ó dà pé kò understand ẹ̀ mo assume pé ó yẹ kò understand ẹ̀ but later wọ́n wá rí pé kò rí ni ká ló rí dáhùn pé mo ti pin òun mọ́ kọ́nà. So pẹ̀lú nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe yẹn sátán kò ní lè ṣe until tí clause yẹn bá change bí mo ṣe kọ́ so kò mọ̀ torí tó bá mọ̀ kò ní máa insist lórí nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe yẹn.
Okay.
So ìyẹn lèmi fi mo arrested like 3 times now.
Torí wọ́n ta ṣẹ́ yẹn àbí.
Lórí iṣẹ́ yẹn tí mo lọ arrested pẹ̀lú ọlọ́pàá lórí àwọn nǹkan tí mo ń sọ yìí, you know. So mi fún láyè yẹn rárá àtọ̀ ayé control tó níyẹn. Wọ́n máa ń sọ pé artist because you are the marketer. In fact ẹ̀ tó sọ fún mi rí àwọn kan tó sọ fún mi lára àwọn èèyàn yẹn pé ṣé orí tẹ́ wá ń kọ́ ló wá dùn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ni àwa làwọn bá ṣe ń ta tógun ní ti kinní kan ní àwa làwọn bí táwọn lọ tíṣẹ́ fi ń ta.
Wọ́n fi ẹ̀ sọ fún yín
pé àwa ni tí bá ṣà wà. So because of that we have to have control of ṣe wọ́n máa ní kakọ́s wọ́n máa ní bí àwọn conditions wọ́n máa ń ṣe, you know. So it's not as if he was a bad person like that. Àbí pé bóyá ó cheat me àbí anything. I'm not even sure. I don't know. Though a lot of people said ó cheat me, ó taṣẹ́ yẹn gan. Mo èmi mọ̀ pé piracy wà. I know that. Iṣẹ́ yẹn ta lóòótọ́ and it was white everywhere. But at the end of the day, nǹkan tó ń rí mẹ́ as profit, it will be far less than nǹkan tó ń torí pirated copies ló máa pọ̀ jù. Ṣé mọ̀? So and then a lot of debts. Ẹlòmíà taṣẹ́ jáde ó lè ta 1 million copies kó má ro 200,000 gbà bẹ́ẹ̀. Tó yẹ pé owó yẹn wọ́n máa ń jẹra wọn lówó gan. So I can understand. I can understand pé àti rí owó ẹ̀ kó jọ ó lè difficult.
But àríra yẹn tó ń declare fún yín how to how many copies?
I think Àríra sold I think as at the time he declared we had about almost 500,000 copies. Yeah, and then I looked at it. I didn't see any disparity, you know. There wasn't much disparity. But my calculation, mo rí pé tó bá ṣe ń rí kúpò as at that time, it's still okay.
But iṣẹ́ yẹn kò sí ní ta mọ́ sí rárá.
Kò sí ní ta mọ́ sí báyìí torí pé CDs are almost, you know, being phased out now. I think they are just coming back now. But for so many years, this CD is still low. That's why we are trying to, you know, move to social media now. Yẹn ló ń take over and sing. So that's why. So there are any CDs around, say our old CDs or our pirated or something, you know. So CDs inside that one won't go see. Our factories, many of them go to Nigeria now. You know, so they are not even in Nigeria anymore. So our contour padawa, maybe our contour bere, and we're on low see, and then it's very expensive. So to stabilize market here, there's a likelihood that CDs will come back. Oshin Talan will become anyway. Our major cities be Lagos, Ibadan, New Tita, you know. But àwọn because she wà tó yẹ pé àwọn parts kan ní southwest bí àwọn Òṣogbo bí àwọn Ẹdẹ bí àwọn kan Lóńdó, you know, Iléṣà wọ́n sì ń lo VCD players nínú ilé wọ́n sì ń lo CD players. Then àwọn tó tún ní major cities àwọn èèyàn ń lò nínú mọ́tò tó sì ní CD players tó ń dẹ̀ lè sọ́nù tó pé Bluetooth ti wà wọ́n sì ń play CDs, you know. So, but videos don't need problem you because many people watch videos on their telephones now. And me I connect them on TV, I connect YouTube on TV. So but audios, well, maybe.
Now, she issues say ní pẹ̀lú Cellucom show affect subsequent iṣẹ́.
Well, ibi tó ti affect ni pé àwọn marketers yẹn wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sá fún mi. Àwọn tí mo lè bá ṣiṣẹ́ wà lẹ́yìn tí mo part with pẹ̀lú Cellucom, but wọ́n rò pé some of them wà tí Cellucom àtàwọn èèyàn sọ fún pé ẹ lè gba artist wa ní ẹ lè gba ṣe mọ àwọn idea yẹn pé ṣe pẹ̀lẹ́ yàn ẹ máa sọ fún wọn pé àwa la ní ẹ lè gba and they have a better offer, so you portray me like so one block opportunities, you know, and then àwọn ẹlòmíì náà tí o mọ rudiments ẹ wọ́n máa sọ pé bọ̀bọ̀ Goke ẹ ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ le gan ẹ má súnmọ́ o wàhálà ẹ̀pọ̀ o èèyàn burúkú ni o bẹ̀rẹ̀ líle ni o tí wọ́n máa fọlọ́pàá lé káàkiri torí nǹkan tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ yóò àwọn ọmọ kúlẹ̀kúlẹ̀ wọ́n ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀. So àwọn tó tí mo rẹ́rẹ́ bá láti bá sọ̀rọ̀ nínú wọn wọ́n á explain fún wọn pé ní ojú oníwàhálà mo kàn jẹ́ ọ̀pọ̀ tó yẹ pé mi ò nǹkan tí n bá understand bí nǹkan ṣe rí. I won't allow people to come and cheat me or láti ṣe nǹkan tí cheating in the sense that not ọ̀rọ̀ owó but to take over my job, you know, in a way tó yẹ pé wà right. What do I mean? Èmi àti Cellucom contract àti expire mo explain it fún wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ even Shashi was part of the before explain for to get around close that like say wait now ebi ni mo ṣe audio mo ti finish audio mi mo ti parí ẹ̀ ní studio kí tó mo Senucom when Senucom came he shot the video ló shot practically as pé òun ló finance video most of the owó yẹn ló ná okay meanwhile nínú contract ta sign èmi ti establish clause kan síbẹ̀ pé any video or anything tó bá wá after audio yẹn is only a byproduct anything tá bá lọ audio yẹn fún is a byproduct ṣẹlẹ̀ òun kan tó pè ní byproduct òun ni pé there must have been something before òun ló bí ìyẹn láìsí ìyẹn kò sí eléyìí so clause tí mo establish yẹn ló fún ní problem nígbà tó fẹ́ máa claim ownership iṣẹ́ yẹn torí pé olóyà fídíò ó fẹ́ claim láti wá sọ pé ó ní láti produce iṣẹ́ ìmọ̀ contract expire tó bá fẹ́ produce at all lẹ́yìn expiration contract you have to come back to me and take permission to use my audio because pictures lóyà videos lóyà without the audio.
And they say release video lóyà fún but without the video
you cannot use
without the audio
you cannot use the video or tó bá burú jùlọ kọ́ ní TTSC you know wọ́n lo pictures ẹ̀ bí o bẹ argue you can go in fact tí bá fẹ́ bá fà bọ̀ nígbà yẹn mo kàn fi yẹn lẹ̀ pé kò ṣe é ṣe pictures yẹn náà there is because picture mi náà ló ṣì wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ṣì lè limit ní tó ní right ìdìbò bá picture yẹn despite ìgbà kan olùsọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ but ìyẹn kọ́ ni issue nígbà yẹn I was not going to take it that far with him pé audio yìí you cannot use it again after the expiration because for you to do audio visuals you need my audio to put into the visuals without the audios video useless so mo dey ti fi clause yẹn sínú contract wa pé that video that you did is a byproduct of the original digital audio which I had done before I even met you nǹkan tó lè máa ṣe fáwọn artist tó kú nìyẹn tó bá ti ya video ṣe báyìí tó bá ti gbé audio wọ́n á fi contract wọn fi tie wọn down wọ́n á máa claim ownership iṣẹ́ yẹn ìgbà tó wá tó release yẹn meanwhile they will fàyè lẹ̀ so you need to come and sign a renewal if I want we now sit down and define the terms and then go ahead ìyẹn ni o wà fẹ́ ṣe wà lọ́kọ̀ láti máa print iṣẹ́ after the contract expire wọ́n á print iṣẹ́ lọ wọ́n á claim pé òun tí make owó òun tí make problem well tó ajẹ́ òun fẹ́ sọ nìyẹn we can discuss that and we look at it okay fẹ́ make profit and fine òun tí make owó ẹ̀ ṣé lóòótọ́ ni ṣé rọ ni tó bá dé òótọ́ ni let's look at how we can do it kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ jẹ gbèsè let's see how we can make it but kó wá máa lo gbáǹkó pé èrò oníráìdì lè ṣe torí pé iṣẹ́ torí pé ọ̀dọ̀ náwó fídíò ibi tí mo ti yarí mọ́ lọ́wọ́ ni ẹ̀ pé láíláí you cannot have it this way afa ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ti dé corporate commission yeah corporate commission ní Ìbàdàn wà Jericho as at that time ìwọ́ṣọ́ abẹ́ sí ibẹ̀ láfa ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn dé gbogbo everywhere tó dé gbogbo àwọn fọ́ọ̀sì ní ọ́fíìsì ní ìyẹ̀kọ́ wà láwẹ̀ láti ṣe ìpínlẹ̀ ṣe so ó láti lọ máa ṣe nígbà téèyàn bá ń jí iṣẹ́ ṣe gbogbo actions ẹ̀ activities ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ìgbà yẹn were illegal as far as the contract was concerned so ibi tí problem wà ní so at the end of the day ó ní láti in fact ẹ bá wo time kan wà tí mo tún àwọn videos kan yà nínú àwọn yẹn mo lọ ṣe àwọn other videos because mo ní audio mi I went to shoot other people film mo tún fi push share sí because mo ní audio tó bá wù mo lè jókòó kí n máa jẹ rice kí n gbé sórí ẹ̀ mo ní audio mi lọ́mọ mi ṣe if you need my audio you come to me and we discuss it as far as the contract was concerned it expire we will write audio mi more so I explained to some of them that took time to listen wọ́n sọ pé ṣé mo ṣe é nìyẹn ìfà àwọn kan sọ fún mi pé apá ògbó òun pé ibi jíjẹ ṣe nìyẹn wọ́n wá tí mo yẹ sọ pé ó dẹ̀ wá make sense pé bó ṣe yẹ koríko yẹn ó make sense pé ṣé nǹkan tó pé báyìí lọ ni mo ní ẹ mo ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni nǹkan kan tí wọ́n ti dín nǹkan kan lẹ̀.
náà ti yẹ ó yẹ àwọn táwọn náà mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n sọ pé òkè àpò òtọ́ ni iṣẹ́ pé táwọn àwọn ọmọ ti careless pẹ̀lú àwọn kan náà ti ṣe pass nìyẹn pé káwọn people yẹn mú ẹni wọn ti bá wọn fà á. nǹkan tó pé bẹ́ẹ̀ nìyẹn it's a byproduct anybody can use my audio for anything àwọn kan lè gbé wọn láwọn fẹ́ fi ṣe cartoon àwọn kan lè láwọn fi ṣe cinematography àwọn kan lè láwọn fi ṣe advert gbogbo wọn byproduct including this video ti yẹn ni yá everything comes down to
the audio.
So as long as tó ti acknowledge pé èmi ni mo ní audio yẹn tó lè ti tàbí ẹgbẹ́ fídíò tó ń ṣe na buy product finish when you are doing your visuals you will still go and bring audio to sync into it so then tó ní audio bá sọ pé o lè lọ́dí olóyà tó bá yọ kúrò àkọ́ máa ṣe nípa lásán ní àdìgbọ́n kankan àti bó bá lọ play orin artist ní tí o bá mọ̀ kó lọ play ẹ̀sìn àdúgbò lọ kọrin títí ẹ̀sìn tó bá lè tún kọrin yẹn sí kan tó bá lórí ẹ̀rọ tó kọ sí kó lè bá mú that is plagiarism to ní o tó ti lo fèmí you know so I didn't leave the opportunity for him to be able to do what they used to do normally without any problem with it so based on that the mo tackle through.
ṣé
eventually ó admit pé ó wá release officially ó release ó kọ note láti release master ẹ̀ fún mi pé mo ti hands off lórí audio yìí but even lẹ́yìn ìgbà yẹn náà wọ́n ṣe produce mo mọ̀ many years after because as long as tó ti kọ́ officiality admit ni o ṣe issue mi because èmi náà tó bá clear pé òun ti make owó bó ṣe fẹ́ make owó sí lórí ẹ̀ ilé ayé ẹ̀yìn ojú ọ̀run tẹ̀ yẹ fò olùkú tó bá bó 100 million 200 million sórí iṣẹ́ as long as market bá ti wà olúkálùkù àtà tiẹ̀ ni you know so tó bá dẹ̀ ń ta lọ you know tó ń make owó ẹ̀ tó dẹ̀ ṣe ń ta lọ tí lè dẹ̀ tí ì gbégbé àwọn fẹ́ lómi àbẹ̀ anything why not go ahead ó yẹ kí n take it up but at least for now we should need more popularity and more fame so go ahead but don't come and tell me that this job is yours because you shot the video that is a very wrong thing to do and that was my issue with it.
So far how many albums did you record?
I've recorded 4 now this one is 4.
Okay let's go for share pẹ̀lú Tọ́pẹ́ Àlàbí.
Yeah I did 3 songs with her.
At the same time or different times?
Different times.
Okay. So why the choice of Goke where you have a feature?
Well, you see, Auntie Tọ́pẹ́ Àlàbí is somebody that has understanding, and she's somebody that appreciates what it is. But one of the songs that to she, àwọn ọmọ ló request fún wọn gbọ́ iṣẹ́ ìgbé wọn ṣe tẹ́tẹ́lẹ̀ wọn gbọ́ orin yẹn wọn á rí pé wọn á pè mí pé àwọn gbọ́ orin mi kan pé ọ̀rọ̀ yìí á ní láti tí wọ́n yẹn ṣe pé àwọn láìpẹ́ lọ you know so wọ́n á ní orin mi wọ́n ṣàṣọ yẹn wọ́n á ní kí no problem pé a máa ṣe so àwọn ló instigate me for that one. That's why I said she's until about small. Normally it won't happen when you are far from somebody you don't know. So she's not the head type like arrogant or approachable. She's not like that. If she sees something good, she doesn't want to everybody. She's very selective. I go this approach of. In fact, that no shop in that she no go information about that she information in talk. Táwọn èèyàn kan lọ bá wọn pé àwàtà tí ń bàrẹ̀ tàbí bẹ́yìn láti jọ ẹ̀dá ló kí ni ọ̀bọ̀ ẹ̀ gbé fún yín tí ẹ fi bá ṣe collaboration pé ṣe tó mú kọjá wa lórí àbí kí ní kan all those things. So but káwọn fúnra wọn tó decide pé àwọn fi collaboration yìí orí yẹn minister sí wọn when she hears quality she knows wọ́n mọ̀ pé eléyìí this one is so ó ní level tó yẹ máa ṣiṣẹ́ dé. Somebody like that somebody who have professional collaboration. So lẹ́yìn yẹn, you know, there were other 2 songs. Tashi. So so my choice, I decided to do the collabo with her because I needed somebody who was up there. I need to fly on her wings. Because our fans won't pop to fans they below by far. So by seeing her in my work, her own people will end up knowing me, or other people will end up knowing me. Ẹlòmí àti ẹ̀gbọ́n iṣẹ́ yẹn gan kò ní gbọ́ torí pé èmi ni mo fẹ́ mi ló fẹ́ gbọ́ Tọ́pẹ́ Àlàbí ló fẹ́ gbọ́, but at the end of the day the person will end up hearing me too. So in that light, the minimum need one. So that's one for me offer like mo best straight ni. mi ò lẹ́ẹ̀mejì ó sàdé ọ̀dún tí èmi ló máa pè tó bá sọ pé àwọn tó bá láì kúrò yẹn tí wọ́n collaborate pẹ̀lú mi lórí ẹ̀ it doesn't reduce her from so èmi ni mo need láti step up using her so it was a great opportunity for me and then I took it so that was how that one happened. As per collaborating with other people, I have it on paper to collaborate with people, other guys, other musicians in the gospel setting, gospel industry. So it's on paper. At least there are some guys that with the mark. I need to do collaboration with them. So it's not just there are other people.
But so far, how many questions?
So far, I want to come. No, I've done with Itude Direct too.
Okay.
Itude Direct. And then who else? And then other artists that are junior colleagues. Many of them. Those ones I went to I do 12.
You don't look up to. They look up to.
Àwọn tó máa ń wọ́n pọ̀ o tó máa ń fẹ́ ká ṣe collaboration wọ́n pọ̀ gan but àwọn tí mo ti attend sí tí mo ti ṣe fún láti máa lọ bí 15 of them but wọ́n ti pọ̀ jù a lè ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ in fact ní ẹ̀ máa ń fa ìjà gan tó bá yà ẹnìkan á sì pè wá pé àti bí collaboration yìí ẹ ṣe o àwa ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti jọ ẹ dá wa lóhùn ẹ kìíní kan ẹ jọ báwo lè fẹ́ ṣe tiwa náà and then collaboration man difficult láti ṣe at times because ẹlòmíì tó bá ti gbé orin yẹn dé wọ́n ṣe construct orin yẹn wọ́n ti ní problem láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ adébẹ̀ ṣe collaboration ó lè ti máa record lọ studio ẹlòmíì yẹn tó máa gbéṣẹ́ fún kò ṣe it's just sound engineer lásán ni akọ record adé fún ní good sound bá dé good engineer ni but wọn kì í lè ṣiṣẹ́ director wọn mọ̀ tó ní bá ní problem táwọn yóò bá correct gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tó bá yẹ kó yẹ kó rí tó bá yẹ kó wọn mọ̀ they just do it the way you brought it down but tẹ́mi bá ti wá gbọ́ tó bá ti gbede tí má ti sàgbọ́n fẹ́ collaborate pẹ̀lú ẹni yẹn tí má ti wá ní kó ní yẹn ṣe rí I will have to do a whole lot of work reconstructing the song ṣe get so àdéhùn mi dé iṣẹ́ tí màmá ṣe ní orin yẹn ó kọjá pé mo kàn fẹ́ voice síbẹ̀ mo fẹ́ ṣe mo fẹ́ feature mi màá láti ṣe director fún that is taking the song down at least to some extent and then bringing it back. That means all over Alashima to reconstruct because the way songs are, what the things that makes songs sound good to the hearing, kì good sound to the come. No. Ó possible kéèyàn come to construct to ìsílẹ̀ kó dẹ̀ gbé orin yẹn fún the best sound engineer, the best mixing engineer, the best instrumentalist completely kó ní ẹ ṣe máa dùn náà tó bá ti compose dáadáa ló ti ẹ̀kọ́ mọ́ dáadáa àìmọye àwọn artist tó yẹ pé wọ́n gbù pé wọ́n ti ní hit kan ní wọ́n dẹ̀ ti ṣòro ìbílẹ̀ yìí gbà yẹn many songs but kò dùn tó ní wọ́n compose dáadáa wọ́n dẹ̀ ní good sound wọ́n ní everything níbẹ̀ so ó máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ so but tí bá ti wà ilé ẹ̀kọ́ tó yẹ pé ní ilé mojúgbò tí bá ti rí mo mọ̀ pé iṣẹ́ ló máa fún iṣẹ́ but tí bá ti lè decide pé mo fẹ́ ṣe I want it to be good so beyond just featuring there I will do other things that I need to do in directing the work to make sure that it is good because what you want there.
Now, just 2 more questions or 3 more questions. Iṣẹ́ mi wò lè ṣe yàtọ̀ sí music. Do you have any other job?
This is what I do. Music is what I do. Nothing more. Mo yàtọ̀ sí pé perform. Mo supervise other projects. Found me, like somebody wants to get something, they need me to come and supervise it to make sure that the job is good. So all together, the music is all over. And the truth is, in comfortable mansion, torí pé kọ́tù àṣírí la ṣe máa ń wò pé bóyá ìyá máa ń ṣe kọ́lẹ́jì mẹ́ta papọ̀. Really, in a balanced economy, in a balanced world, you don't really need too much to dry up, go to be better to dry up. You don't need more than one thing that you are doing to be okay. Just one thing is enough. As long as you are doing it well, it's enough. So So music is something, it's one of such jobs because it's a profession, you know. Because they recently I'm musician, that's big profession in music. Àwọn kan máa ń wò bí pé bóyá àwọn kan tí lè ṣe ló ṣe music tẹ̀lé, you know. What is that? They play music, people spend time, money, energy, resources to go and acquire the music. One that author is in that position there. One lecture there, one she is so it's just like any other profession in all, you know, from all fronts, from all angles. So music is what I do, at least for now, you know, and I'm okay with it. So maybe with time, I could look at other things that will not, and then of course it's not going to be something that I have to be there for it to work. Something that can be passive, you know. Of course, anybody can have that.
Now, secular. Okay, before we told us that Tunji Ilan.
Yeah.
Someone was suffering pay a man coming back.
Yeah, I actually know, and then it's not a coincidence because it was one of the people I used as my role models.
Okay.
Uncle Tunji Ilan, Uncle Jimmy Sholanke. Blackman, I keep carrying. Okay. Those were the guys. Victor Laya, Auntie, those were the kind of people I was listening to. Brown was really liking it.
So who are your 5 non-gospel or non-religious?
Yeah.
Top 5?
Yeah. Baba Jim Sholanke, Baba Tunji Elano, Victor Laya, Blackman, I keep carrying. And this one you might not sure you know him. No, you know him now. Rex Lawson.
Yeah,
Rex Lawson. Yes.
Those 5.
Those 5. Yeah.
Top 5 gospel artists.
Gospel, my favorites. Mama Bolare, Mama Topela, Kenny Corey. You know Kenny Corey? Kenny Corey. Baba Ayewa, Abadela. And then I have some foreign artists too that I really love so much. Ron Kennedy, Don Moy, Don McLaughlin, Kim Burrell, and those guys.
And McLaughlin, South African?
No, he's American. Yes. American. Donald Peter
Singh. So chef for example.
In South Africa. They worked together for many years.
Okay.
Yeah, Peter Singh. Yeah. So that's those are the foreign guys that I also appreciate. You know, for that one too. Those guys are great musicians. My God. Great.
Now, the style of music then play. The last question now. Play it. Lolo Bye.
Well, maybe I feel that we are similar in not many ways. If you listen to some of my songs that are popular, you will liken it to Asha. I have some songs like that. So acoustic songs. Yeah. Folk songs. You know. And then if you consider it from the angle that I sing and I play trumpet, a little similarity, you will liken it to Natalia Bass. If you look at the lyrics, the choice of words that I use sometimes in all of my songs, and then the place that I give to the Yoruba language, the usage of it in my songs, you will want to liken it to Shola Alison sometimes, you know. And then some of my songs that I have some songs that are not even Yoruba. I decided not to release them. Let them just be there. Because sometimes I don't want to do misrepresentation. Create the brand and then don't confuse people. Not everybody can accept it at that level. If you give them something to say, they might not just throw them and use them. So I'm trying to be careful. So if you listen to some of them, you will want to say that I sound like Kenny Cole. So those are the people that are not far from me in some ways. But because I'm so versatile in my compositions, you will never be able to really, say that this is the person. As you can say, this is the person. I'm ministering like this person. If you try and sit down and look at you, you will not be able to. At some point, you just catch a glimpse of something and you say, anybody. And that's all. The next 6 minutes, 5 minutes, you listen to song, you won't even see anything that's something like that. Rather, you see around. And that is where the creativity is. Being able to, because there's no true originality anywhere. Anything you create that looks like it's original is actually an idea you got from somewhere. The brain, our brain works in the way. The things you hear, even while you are not conscious of it, in your subconscious mind, brain is paper. So by the time you are trying to create your own, spontaneously your brain will release some things that you won't even know that you heard before. Sometimes you think it's coming from, it's not really coming from the brain. It's a bomb because I will pay attention. I will release it. So it now depends on how you can use it and twist it around and make it out and make it to something else and add it to other things. It's not a way we trace back. So that's creativity. So
we create things from things that existed.
Yes,
so it's a recreation. That's creativity.
That's creativity. So if you have creativity that is very, very standard, very perfect creativity, people will say are very original. That's why I said, in the real sense of it, there's no true originality or 100% originality or 100%. So I try this because even you that you are thinking that you are original, it's because you don't know what the brain, what that your brain is doing. If you understand, you know that the brain is giving back, something that your brain had already seen somewhere. It is stop.
All right. So this trumpet, Shemole call.
Then you
How much is it call?
Okay.
Everybody blow your trumpets. Check out if you don't mind, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, no mind.
Of course. 080 30 70 6398. 080 30 70 6398.
I would like performance to sing. I want to know that she even not in the YouTube.
Yes, they are on YouTube. They are on the short clips are on my TikTok, on my Instagram, Facebook too, and then I have some tracks on Audio Mark too. And then in the next, between now and the next 1 week, all those songs will be on other platforms. Online platform,
Spotify,
they'll be there.
So can you channel name?
It's just when you just type Goke Bajowa on any of that platform, all those platforms, or Praise Goke Bajowa,
Goke Bajowa.
On all platforms, say don't care, you see anybody. So any platform you are, just type the name to take you to my page.
Thank you.